Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Better Than Starting Manned. If things sound a little different today, it's because I am testing Audacity, recording my voice separately, finally. Probably long overdue, but anyways, let me know what you think. If this is an improvement, I will start implementing it across the board. Hopefully it doesn't go horribly wrong. Anyways, welcome. We're back at our Minmus mission here. I've just finished completely redesigning the manned stage of the ship. It's been a heck of a job. So I've amped up our launch system just a bit more, added some more solid rocket boosters and another tank of gas. So this monstrosity here is going to be our basically one of two phases of the launch. We are going to use the docking port on the we're really going to be praying that the whole thing isn't too bloody flimsy to fly, I guess is where we're at, because we're going to use this docking port right here to do the job. I really hope it's not too flimsy. You can see I was kind of dependent on those struts and stuff, but anyways, so what I've changed, this is our return stage right here. Built right into the solar panels. We've got 4 small gas tanks plus a 5th down here and an LV909 for the return stage. I think that's going to be enough fuel to get us back to Kerbal. This is just our Minmus departure stage. So part 2 of this whole beast, which we're about to build right now, I should have done some of this on camera, but it just snowballed and I wasn't recording, and then, well, here we are. So we will get phase 2 in place, and then we're going to do a quick budget check before we actually launch these things. So phase 2 is going to get the Lander Mark III, which is this little beastie right here. And it's actually, I should get rid of this because it's not actually the command. Oh, did it? All right, let's just, what the heck's going on here? Did it not like the fact that there's no, I guess there's no, technically no, all right, here's the command pod for this one. We'll figure out where to put that in a minute. Whoops. That's more like it. Okay. We'll just attach that to there for now. But the plan is that, you know what, we could actually, this thing's going to be dumped in LKO anyways. Let's see, so if we were to, yeah, that could actually work. There we are, so we put that right there. Come on. Oh, for God's sakes, why do you do this to me, game? I just want this to attach on the bottom. Okay, fair enough. Get rid of that. We'll grab the sub-assembly again. Lander Mark III. We will slap it on right there. There we go. Oh yeah, it was the ladder that had me concerned. Well, I'm sure we can figure that out. Okay, I'm sure we can figure out a solution to this little problem right here. I mean, easiest solution would be, I'm not actually sure. I wonder if batteries can be attached, ladders could be attached to batteries. If they can, that might actually be a solution. If we put those there, that makes it almost thick enough for the job. Let's see, ladders. Because then if we've got this, then no. As far as it's concerned, the batteries don't exist. Okay, well, we tried. There we go, batteries. Man. One of these rotations will do it. There we are. Pretty sure this is how they were installed before. Little iffy for contact when we do the docking. It's got me a little nervous. Oh, I don't know. Nah, you know what? No, we're not going to bother. Too risky. We'll just drop this on top of that. No, we'll just get the whole thing again. All right. Anyways, yeah, so obviously this thing's going to be dead in lunar orbit later. Or Minmus orbit, I should say. Okay, so this has got to be on top of the probe core. And it has to be able to detach. So let's see. We need to be able to undock this thing from the ship core. Probably undocking will be more controlled. No, it's going to be a decoupler, isn't it? Seriously? You're not going to let me put this thing... You better let me put this thing on top of the ship. Just a second. Really? That is not helpful, you stupid thing. Okay. Well, let's just drop a decoupler right there. And we'll see if that will work any better. Come on, will you bloody... Come on, there's a joining point. Urgh. Oh, this game sometimes. You know, I think rather than fighting with this, I'm going to cut here for a second and see if I can get this thing figured out. Just one moment. All right, welcome back. I cannot explain to you why I couldn't get that to work. I literally had to copy and paste this entire thing in pieces from the bottom to the top. But there it is, it's in place. Okay. So we need, come on, not deployed. Okay, and this thing should be completely shut down to start, as should all of these, as should all of these, as should that technically. That should do it. And we'll have to get a startup action group on this thing. We'll use custom 1. Toggle RCS, toggle electricity, life support electricity, RCS. Good, okay. And this should be called the Minmus Onward Minmus Lander component. Okay, so the plan is we're going to have the ship, the command module dock with this, and this is going to contain the entirety of the interplanetary transition portion. So hopefully we will not need a massive quantity of fuel for this, or RCS. We'll need some. We should take on a full tank of RCS. But we're going to be doing most of, if not all of the maneuvering with, well, I guess we could just do that, couldn't we? Is there any reason not to? That's almost the same mass as the other ship. And I did do a test launch of the other ship, just in case you guys are wondering. We'll do 4. 4 there. And it'll need a poodle engine. That's probably all we're going to need, isn't it? One big frigging interplanetary booster stage coming right up. I mean, that's, yeah, that about covers it. We're going to try and avoid using any of the fuel during the launch and docking process here. Well, that was uncomplicated. Okay. So as I say, my only fear with this thing is that the docking connection here is going to be flimsy, and it's going to make the thing a little bit shaky. But for a Minmus burn, I guess we don't need a huge amount of finesse. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be the the booster, basically, the booster stage. That's going to push us from Kerbal to Minmus and hopefully put us into orbit around Minmus as well. And then we're just going to need our standard... I should have sub-assembled that revised launching system. Well, I might as well just do that quickly on camera here. Alright, we're going to need... Yeah, just put you down. Get rid of that. We'll need a decoupler, as usual. And our launch. We're still using that old probe core, which is kind of funny, but there's been no reason to change it out at this stage. Okay, so that one and that one are not to be fired at the same time. That engine, definitely not. In fact, if anything, that's the closest we want to get, but really we want the decoupling and the engine to be separate. Decoupling and engine are separate, and then all this should be set up just fine. We really want to have enough fuel on this thing. That was on that one. I want this thing to be successful. I don't want to have to do this more than once. So, come on. There we go. Center, and come on. It goes on this one. No. That's the one it was on, but apparently that's not the one it was. Maybe it's something to do with the original. That's close enough. Okay, so I'm just going to put these right here. What we want to do is we want to clone these and create a second, basically a second stage's worth. So you can go there. This is what I did on the other ship too. Except for this part. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Thank goodness for the undo key. Just gotta be patient, that's all. There we are. We turn that off. We grab the fin only. And what I did last time is I did this. I put it right there. And then I went. It was this one. There we are. That's a little closer. Nope, not quite. There we are. That should do it. All right, so this is the first set. And I think I'm going to do a full series of these this time. Looks like I'm going to have to rework. No, you know what? No, it worked okay. It worked okay. All I need to do now is find these new ones, which are these right here. And these right here. And then find the new engines, which are these ones right here. And these ones right here. Basically, we just shifted the whole works down one stage. Okay, well, this is here in fine print. Oh, hold on. There is something missing from this. Nearly forgot. This will be a dead in space monster if I don't put a battery on it. One battery. It's going to have to do. So we're going to have a window. It's not going to be a huge one, but it'll be adequate. There we go. Hopefully that wasn't too heavy. Come on. Don't you dare crash on me, you silly game. Alrighty. Sorry about that. This computer's acting up really badly today. So I was just looking at our budget. Something I had forgotten to check. So we have $254,000 for Onward Minmus Mark 1 and another $170,000 for the lander component that we just built. So 370, 420,000. So that's more than 3/4 of our that's 2/3 more than 2/3 of our budget, our overall income here. So I think I might need to get a monetary mission designed here, because I just need to check. Okay, so if I plant a flag on Minmus, actually I should probably take that mission. Where is it? Plant a flag on Minmus will give us, okay, well, it'll actually it'll cover the cost of the mission, won't it? 400,000. That's actually just a little bit under the total amount I'm going to get for doing this. Okay, that's cool. We've also got small bomb, test orbiting the moon. We've got some let's see, we've got a few things we could do while orbiting Kerbal. Got a Rockomex Mark 55. Let's see. 23,000, 8,000. So those are small, almost meaningless. We've got two small payloads around Kerbal, one to the moon and one to Minmus, which is a little irritating. And then the exploration of Eve that's one that won't pay off for a long, long time. Yeah, so 2 Kerbal orbit. We got 4 different things we could do in Kerbal orbit, plus... Yeah, 4 different things we could do in orbit. It's tempting to take this payload to Minmus, but I think that would be more trouble than it's worth, honestly. All right. So, okay, well, my concern about the budget is unfounded, assuming I survive this, but I should be able to do some of these small missions with a couple 100,000. So... Never mind. All right, let's get these things in orbit. This has been a bit of a rough evening in terms of the system's operation. Come on, game, don't you dare crash on me again. I will be mildly irritated. By the way, I gather the problem that I'm having here is entirely related to... we don't want to send somebody up in the Mark 1 lander, can he? He'd be dead before we reached orbit. Apparently the Unity engine doesn't play very well with multi-monitor setups, which is of course what I've got. And one of my monitors is very, very, very different in terms of resolution from the other. So, oh well, such is life, such is life. So, let's get this thing flying, and then you'll probably, hopefully, ideally see the manned component coming up right beside this. Hopefully a launch to Rendezvous. But let's go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay. So now that we're on the move, a few things I want to talk to you about. I lost the footage for that because of a crash. Okay. Version 1 of Kerbal Space Program is out. Came out yesterday, I think, officially. And so that means there's some big changes, including a new aero model. I gather it's very buggy, so it's going to be a little while before we're going to be contemplating the update. But it is now on the horizon. Season 4 of this series, because I'm pretty much certain it's not going to be forwards compatible. I'd be very surprised. So that leaves us with the sort of what's next plan. And what is next is I will be taking a short hiatus on this series before starting season 4. And by short, I mean 2 to 4 weeks maximum. Just enough time to clear my head, take a break from recording spaceships, and kind of refresh my energy on the game. Not abandoning this by any stretch. I'm enjoying this far, far too much. Restarting's a little bit... sucks a little, but you know what? That's one of the prices you pay for playing a in-development game. My big benefit really is that I don't have to update. I'm not on Steam. I've got the non-Steam version of the game, so I can update or preserve this version at will for as long as I see fit. So, anyways, the end of this season is not imminent by any stretch. I will definitely accomplish some significant goal before the season ends. I don't know what that goal will be yet, but I'll do something interesting. But no, seriously, I don't have a clue what that something is going to be at this stage. Once David finishes his semester at school, we've also been talking about doing a cooperative mission of sorts, or cooperative game. The exact nature of which is still in discussion and to be determined. It would be definitely be a modded version of Kerbal Space Program, though. But again, it's something we were holding out for. Oh, sorry about the mouse, guys. Didn't realize it was sitting there. But it's something that will be sitting... sort of is going to be again determined by the state of the modding community, because I think we're both very interested in trying out some different mods. Oh, don't tip over, don't keep tipping. Hold her steady. hold her steady. Whoa. Wow, that's almost too steady. Alright. There we go. Okay. By the way, this is all referencing all the voice you're hearing. Assuming I've done the split screen thing I was thinking about doing, everything you're seeing and hearing is referencing the unmanned ship, not the manned ship. I'll just zoom in a little. It's a nice ship. I quite like it. I'm really nervous about the structural integrity of this joint here. I'm really hoping that I don't regret this design. I was contemplating, pardon my yawning, figuring out how to mount a larger docking port on this thing for structural integrity, but it just looked so goofy. I really didn't like the idea of doing that. So hopefully all will be well. Alright, so we're going to shoot for a 75 to probably an 80 kilometer orbit on this thing, so that we have some a nice bit of space to work with regards to our manned ship, which is going to be coming up second. Because if this works out the way it usually does when I try to do a launch to rendezvous, I'm probably going to be late. That's usually how it works out, but it still remains to be seen. Okay, 51. And we'll keep tipping a little. We're on to our one less engine. But we can give them full throttle now, which is good. Maybe get this thing the rest of the way into a LKO apoapsis. And just keep drifting it. We're using entirely using thrust vectoring right now, which is something I forgot that I had on this ship model, or on this stage. The nice thing about that is the thrust vectoring allows us to save the RCS from the middle, from both stages really. And yeah, I did remember to do that too. 24, 5, and 80. There we go. And then we will do our final. See, now there's where we need the actual RCS. We're gonna set. Actually, we need to stop and just quick save that guy. We need to burn at T minus about 30 seconds. Oh, what was that? It's actually pretty close. That's one of our many payload. We're gonna do the burn at T minus 30, which means we better not fight with the RCS system. Or the SAS, I should say. There we go. Right on the mark. Bring it up to a nice circular 80-kilometer orbit, and then we will go over to our... We might not even get the docking done in this episode, you know. Just slowing it down just so we don't lose control over our burn. Because we're actually... Alright, our apoapse started going up, so we're going to need to... Yeah, do that. And do another burn, like so. I want a nice round 80-kilometer docking orbit here. And... just a little bit more... Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much. You know what? 80, that's a 2 kilometer, no, it's a 1 kilometer deviation. Good enough. Okay. Back to the ground to get my second ship, as far as this is concerned. Alright, this game is driving me insane today. Okay, so we need to get our encounter, and I think I've figured out how we need to do that. Our first move is definitely a burn. Okay. Let's get our gas tank on here. We're going to need that in just a moment because this is about to run out. So we need to adjust our orbit slightly here, and that is going to bring this encounter nice and close. I'm hoping to not have to spend too many orbits doing this because it's a long trip to Minmus. And I mean, we can, you know... Alright, let's just get rid of that because that's not actually doing what we need, giving us the information we need. It's this number right here we care about. And getting right on this mark right here. Alright, there we go. And bringing that down, down, down. It's a 90 kilometer, no, and now we've gotten into that. Okay, that's still, oops. It's still doing that thing. Okay, well, I guess we go one orbit and see what we can do with this. Yeah, are we, how many degrees apart are we? Ascending now 0.06, okay, not enough to make a difference. I just really hope that we're not, you know, annihilating because too much of our, yeah, I'm just a little paranoid, I think. All right, now, I actually had done this once already. Uh-oh, I just hit spacebar. Did I do anything? No, okay. I guess it doesn't do anything well in here. So I was going to Alt F5 and I accidentally bumped the Alt F4. Rendezvous. Okay. We'll just get a little closer. Now our target is behind us. Oh yeah, that's right, our little loop through the atmosphere here. I just hope that that's making that number drop and not increase. Hold on, that's increased. What the hell? 40.7. Oh my god, okay. Seriously? Oh crap, what did I have that saved? When did I have that saved? Right. Okay, well. When are we? Okay, basically where we started. That's okay. Okay, so we need to do something relative to our target. We need to do something so that we're getting closer to the target here. 97. Yeah. Every bloody time I gotta do this. Get rid of that. Okay. See, I gotta be careful not to put us into a deorbiting angle here. And actually, that means that this probably needs to be somewhere in between. You know what? It needs to probably be somewhere between these over on this side. Now that I think about it. Gotta stop fighting with that thing. If I put it 45 degrees between those two marks right there, so we'll be doing a slowdown relative, we'll be doing a bit of both of these things. Is that one dropping? Yes, it is. Okay. That's dropping a lot better, and our, yeah, good. Do one nice big burn here. And just make sure we're not, whoops. And of course that one is increasing, damn it. Alright, well we know the close encounter is supposed to be about 3/4 of the way around, so if we just... Well, let's see what the number looks like actually when we get past this. Not by nearly enough. Let's see. All right, that is increasing it. So if I do this right, we should be able to decrease it now. Since that is the encounter we're going to have, let's do it. 64. All right, now we're on the right track. That's more like it. I mean, we're getting an insane apoapsis here, but it's going to make the difference. We'll get that down to maybe about 5. You know what? That'll do. And let me see. I'm guessing. No, we've still got fuel left in that, do we? There we are. Okay, 2 kilometers it is. All right. All systems off. Let's take her around. And the next maneuver will be a retro to... Well, hopefully the two ships will be close enough together that the relative markings will actually start being relatively close to one another. Yeah, there's the prograde. Yeah, everything's starting to be in the right location now. In fact, is it gonna be slightly ahead of us now? It is. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Yeah, of course, because I overshot a little. So we're going to be coming up to a point of maximum speed. Okay, quick saving, because this is the one I was waiting for. RCS on. We need to find our mark, and it's got to be the retro to orbit or relative speed one, because that's the one that's going to drop our come on, show me the mark. Okay, there's the retro to target, and there's the retro to orbit. Perfect. So we need to slow that down to near 0 so that we don't get further away. And we're almost at the point where we're gonna, you know what, we almost didn't need this tank of gas. These engines right here have just about done all of our maneuvering stage for us. Which means this has just become extra fuel for our... Yeah, okay, we're staying stable in terms of distance, but what we are doing is slowing down to the point where we will get a second encounter shortly. Come on, math, don't stop not showing up. Okay, our separations are going up ever so slightly. We just overshot that, but that's okay. So we're getting to the point where our... Yeah, there we are. There's our much better... No, hold on. We're not supposed to be getting... Those numbers aren't supposed to be increasing. Oh, that one's going down. Okay. I guess we waited too late. Damn it. We're going to have to do one more. No, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. We just have to do this sooner. That's all. And more aggressively. Where are we in this orbit? Oh yeah, we're coming up on it quite fast. Perfect, there's the target. Okay, get that back on. Come on, we can do this. All right, more aggressive. All right, that's getting too far away. I definitely need to start moving closer to the target. that number should be dropping now. Excellent. Yep. Come on. Oh my god, this thing's drifting really badly right now. Come on. Come on, we should not be able to go above... I guess we're not matched. All right. One more try. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's actually impressive how far this stuff has gone, though. The fuel on this launching system. I probably could have squeezed one extra bit of fuel onto the actual stage here. Okay. So we need to match our orbit here. So he's slowing down. Oh, well, I guess we're chasing the retro target a little, which is actually not a bad thing. Let's see, our next orbit is... Okay, it's increasing now. Okay, so that's as far as we want to go on that one. So now we need to rotate around and we need to burn towards our target a bit because we're actually behind it now, which means it's retreating from us. So part of the problem... Okay, yeah, so we're going to be starting to gain distance on it if we're not careful. It's actually currently at this very instant very close to us. We're almost at the point where we're going to be using RCS to finish this job because we're getting down to the fine-tuning stages. Okay, slow us down. There we are. Slow us down. And we want to be on this one right here. Okay, here we are. There we are. Okay, we way more RCS and way less of this. It's 2, 1. Five, yeah. Almost there. 1 kilometer is plenty close enough for what's about to happen, and then our next one will be will be on here, but with the RCS reversed. How much RCS do I actually have left in this thing? Not enough, damn it. So we are going to have to use the engines to do this. It means another rotation. These rotations are expensive. But we need to slow down relative to our target. We need to do it like ASAP. We might have to use some RCS out of the upper stage, which will suck, but actually part of the problem is we're using this big monster of a stage for part of this, which is costing us a lot of extra RCS fuel to control, which may have been a little greedy of me. Okay. Okay. We're just trying to keep ourselves in a nice slow relative to our target. We're almost there. I think this is going to be looking good. 3.5. Good. Yeah, and that one is right where we want it. Okay, let's get rid of this extra chunk of ship, because it's just causing us grief at this stage. Actually, we'll just go... Okay. Alright, and we'll rotate this around. We need to point at our target, which should be close enough to see at this stage. Where is it? Oh, we're pointing ourselves to be retro target apparently, which is not good. It's like right bloody on top of us, isn't it? It's just slightly behind right now. Which means if we're going that way, our target should be... There it is, right there. Alright, so now we're just going to treat them as relative to one another. So our next move is going to be to push towards the target. And we're just going to ignore the orbit view, because we're past the point where that even matters at this point. Because right now what we need to do is we just need to get ourselves actually pointed here and burning towards our target. Yeah, just ignore the orbit view. What we need is to be going towards our target, like so. Okay, we actually need to go into chase mode now. There we are. That should make all of this stuff operate properly now. Down, over, down, over, down. SAS on, and switch. Hold on, which one are we? Oh, wrong ship. We need this one, and this one needs to target... Well, I guess it doesn't really much matter which one we target. Okay. So this has got to get rid of this lower stage 2. Yeah, okay. Okay. RCS online. Okay, just point it towards... What the heck? Oh, some science that thinks I don't have or something. I can't imagine what it thinks I don't have. Some observation or something. I don't know. Alright, the one that's closing is probably the one I need to have targeted. Alright. Just do a quick time warp to stabilize it. Go back to our other ship. Okay. We'll do a little adjustment to our... Uh-oh. Did I just run out of... I did. Darn it. Okay, well, we're using this one now. So note to self, what we need more of is RCS the next time we have to do a ship like this. Okay, so a little patience. We'll adjust everything in a moment. When we're a little closer. We'll get rid of those probe chunks later. Yeah, alright, that's the part I don't care about. Alright, we need to slow down a little. a little more. Good news is there's a whole nother can of unused RCS on this one right here, which I could actually be using right now. Oh, holy crap, we need to slow down a whole bunch here. So we're actually only, there we are. That's a little bit more controlled. Probably need to switch to fine controls now. Okay. We have way too many chunks of ship here. Okay, your target is the docking port. And your target is the docking port. Okay. Okay, we need to point it more at the ship. And then we need to... Nope, stop. Okay, we need to reset that. And then we need to do a little bit of translation. Am I in? I'm not. There's chase camp. There we are. That's why this one wasn't behaving quite right. And actually, we'll let this one do all the driving. Because I think it's... Okay, a little bit more stable. Alright, we are almost there. I think this one's slightly lighter, so it's a little more maneuverable, which is also important. Okay. Just keep it right there. SAS. Lots of electricity left. Not a lot of monopropellant left in these things. 30 meters to go. All right, well, we've only used 350-ish life support in the process of launching and docking, so I think we're okay. If our margin on getting to Minmus is that fine, we're in pretty big danger on this trip anyways. And with only one Kerbal, if this doesn't make it, I just don't see how that's physically possible. Okay. All right, let's slow it down just a little bit more. 13 meters to go. Come on, nope. Set his target right there. Let's get this one, nope. Come on, RCS, don't fail me, or docking ports, don't fail me now. Come on, oh, we're gonna have a bump. Come on, nope, stay on the target, stay on the target. What the heck is going on? We got some sort of repulsion field going on here. All right, SAS off on that one. SAS off on this one. Oh, we're not perfectly aligned right now. Oh, here we go. We're starting to pull into place. There we go. I think we're going to get it now. Almost there. Those two docking ports are just trying to make a contact. If I just leave it alone, it should be good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a hell of a rough go, but we have our Minmus mission is ready to rumble. This is my scary part right here. This joint right here scares me a little. but we're going to try it anyways. But that, my friends, is a job for the next episode. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.